Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video, and this is going to be Dark Magicians versus like True Dracos. It's been a while since I actually did a YouTube video of Yu-Gi-Oh, so you'll see here with the hand I've got. And this should be a very interesting duel, as you'll see further on. Now continue forward. He tributes to continuous spells. Normal summon Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter. And it's going to be my turn. He's after setting 3 back row. I have two magicians. No, I have one magician soul, one shot. I play Red Eyes Fusion, obviously, to fusion summon into my, but he chains in response. So eventually I'm going to go into my fusion summon after my opponent uses effect. So I do think in this situation I'm trying to figure if my card does resolve. It should, but unless he does have a response. But in order to negate, but his effect goes first because he chained, but then I'll Ash. Because he'll use skill drain, so this will really hurt my monster a lot because once you see its effect, like, you'll find out the type of monster he truly is. So this will really nullify his really powerful effects, as you see here. So this would have made a huge difference if he had not activated skill drain. But it does cost him his monster and a few life points in the process. So this will be an upstanding duel, so you'll see how it proceeds. He'll play Card of Demise. What a lucky draw. Damn, even I was surprised. So he'll be able to draw 3 cards, but he cannot deal damage to me. He gets to set any number of cards depending on the cards he has in his hand in the spell drop card zone. I could be able to respond, but I can't since skill drain is on the field. He'll tribute my monster right now by using Monarch's Stormforce effect. So that's unfortunate for me. And he will get rid of my monster, so he'll use it as his tribute fodder and be able to summon one of his True Draco monsters, which is the Majesty Maiden. And here I'm open for a direct attack, honestly, so really have nothing that could prevent damage. But obviously he can't attack thanks to he can't really deal damage thanks to Card of Demise, so lucky me. Had he not activated, he wouldn't have been had he not activated, he would be able to do damage towards my life points, but that's exactly what he needed. Although, like, initially, yeah, it would be good if you're in a winning position, but at least that way you can kind of ensure that I lose most of my cards, that I won't be able to, like, diminish his life points. And chances are he has a bigger board, but I have to remind him about Card of Demise. I do remind him, because imagine if I forgot, I would have let him off the hook for cheating. So, and I do draw another droplet. So let's see how this duel continues and what cards I'm gonna activate. So I do normal summon the rod, but I can't activate its effect thanks to skill drain. But I try to come up with another solution. So I'll use Souls, send itself, special summon a Dark Magician. But then he'll use in response to play there can only be one, so I'm only allowed to control one type of monster, but in return I'll get rid of my rod. And then just be able to summon my Dark Magician, or Dark Magician Girl, whoever, we'll see. So obviously Dark Magician, the Black Dark Magician, obviously. He's going to be coming towards the field and straight to the battle phase, targeting Majesty Maiden. And he has nothing in response, dealing 200 damage. And I'll end my turn from there. So during his end phase, he'll activate True King's Return, being able to special summon a True Draco monster from his grave to the field. Alright. And this is a really rough duel right now. You can tell what a lot is at stake with our hands, with our fields. Like, this match can go to anyone right now, so. And here's the advantage, so he's going to basically attack my Dark Magician. And will I respond? because they eventually either both destroy each other, but it doesn't matter to him since he can just resummon it if I return. So I'll send my other droplet to half its attack during the damage step. So obviously it'll end up taking down his monster and dealing him half the damage. And then he'll activate return like I predicted, obviously. And he'll special summon defense because that's how the card works. Lucky me, I play Dark Magical Circle. Let's see how this goes for me. Thanks to this card, if there's at least a Dark Magician card that specifically lists in one of its texts, I can add it to my hand, and I get to fix the order of the cards on top of my deck as well. So I'll add it to Eternal Soul is the most useful. So you'll see why I'm planning to add that card to my hand. So again, he'll use Returns effect, special summon the Dynamite, set of the Eternal Soul that I added. Standby. Main phase. Let me fast forward actually. He has nothing in response, so I'll play another Dark Magical Circle. I'll play Imperial Order, that will really hurt me. So I can't be able to banish and then use its main effect. Just fine. We both nuke each other out. But in response, I'll play Eternal Soul. He'll play True King's Return. So it's basically infinite loop right now. So we just keep battling out, and then we have like one monster on the field. So every time we keep battling, it's just non-stop until one of our cards is removed. And I'm talking about our traps right now. Either if there's Eternal Soul or True King's Return leaves the field, then the infinite loop is done. And then I forgot to mention, she does take 700 thanks to Imperial Order. But it's not a damage really the cost in order to keep it on the field, and then eventually if it doesn't have enough life points, he has to get rid of it. So let us proceed with the duel again. Let's see what he has up his sleeve and what cards are already in his hand. But right now it doesn't seem like he has space to activate any more spell traps unless he tributes one of them with the True Draco card or any other card. Right now it's my turn, so I draw. He takes 700, so I could possibly win for game. He'll use True King's Return, same thing over and over. Our monsters collide, one of them goes to the grave or either both. But because of True King's Return, it forces special summon defense, so only his monster is destroyed. Takes another 700 thanks to Imperial Order. It's really dwindling down his life points quickly. And I'm already at advantage right now, so he needs to draw something in order to stop him, prevent him from taking even more damage, losing more life points, and giving me the upper hand. So, but it's really, like I said, it's killing him softly. So although Imperial Order is really strong against is very effective against my spells, at the same time it's really hurting him a lot because he needs to find a way to get around it. So. But in return, he's although it's slowly killing him, he's preventing me from doing much. So, but that's his only option right now. But unless he has ways of getting rid of that card, or right now he has to tribute summon. So lucky him, he's got the Ignis Heat. He's done taking damage at this point. So it's time he retaliates. Funny that I said that because that's what I kept saying. Seriously, it's literally killing us off, and you want to get rid of that card because it's too much is going on right now. So, unlucky me, I draw Cosmic Cyclone. Oh, but who's gonna be the target of being banished? We'll find out. So why am I going back and forth with my standby main phase? Because I have to be able to concur what I'm gonna do. So what's gonna occur is I'm gonna most likely banish one of his spell traps with Cosmic Cyclone, and so I can be able to like proceed and be able to win this duel. I want to rightfully do it so and quickly, so I don't waste too much time dueling this guy, because at some point it's gonna just although I do adore seeing him struggle, but it's gonna it's gonna delay my win, so I gotta be sure that it isn't delayed, so he cannot keep up with me. Alright, Cosmic Cyclone on who right now? Who has to go? Who's gonna be banished? Who's gonna be the first? So obviously gonna be there can only be one. But in response, he activates Ignis Heat's effect. But will it do much? We'll find out. Unless he's planning to set it, but it depends on the situation. But because of skill drain, yes, it's negated. I forgot to mention. And hopefully this is game at this point. Like this, but he does have True King's Return, which is really annoying. So, god damn it. Let me just fast forward. Attack him 60. Nope, he's gonna actually special summon. Oops. Yep. So yeah. So the whole purpose was to go into IP so I can banish his skill drain. And you'll find out why. So with Soul I can actually special summon Dark Magician from the grave to my field, and then IP will use its effect to link summon during my opponent's turn. And so let's see who's gonna come out. It's gonna be Celine, obviously, being able to use her effect to gain one spell counter for each spell that's in either player's field and graveyard. And it's on both sides, including both graveyards. So it should be a total of 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll remove 3 to special summon a Dark Magician straight from my grave, which will special summon Dragoon. And for some people saying how I banished his skill drain, I actually used Soul to special summon Dark Magician, and with the combo, when I special summon Dark Magician, I get to banish a card on my opponent's field. And then he'll activate True King's Return and use its effect. So I'll be able to use Dragoon's full effect, except where it can't be destroyed because it has to be special summoned by fusion summon. But thus, he was only special summoned by Celine's effect, which is not included as a fusion summon. It is not treated as a fusion summon; it's just a special summon from the grave. So Eternal Soul's effect will activate, and then more Dark Magician summon, triggering Circle's effect, banishing his disciples, and he'll admit defeat. And before I even end this video, let me show you the deck profile. So these are the cards that I'm using. Take a look what I have here. And this to let my viewers know this is not my actual deck. This is just to show how good Dark Magicians truly are and what they're capable of, like as its own archetype. And if you notice, the card tricks are very strong. The wealth figured as well. They're very really optional. Like they're very like really good choices that I've made. They're very nifty, very interesting. You could say that this is a very like fun deck if you were to play it. But if I were to tell you right now, it would cost you. This is not a budget deck. In real life, this costs you a lot of money. The extra deck I feel like is the most like splendid part of the main deck, because you have so many options, and then these are the cards that will most indeed help the main deck become better. If you to get rid of to help you out certain cards, and on top of it, especially when this deck struggles, like that actually is the main key to helping this deck make a comeback in ways of like you being sure that you gain your victory and that you could possibly win with this deck, because like although there is a lot of link monsters, there's not that many monsters that special summon themselves on their own, but you have ways of doing that, because like this is so that the deck can be able to keep up with the current meta, and anything that competes and that can like slow down this deck as well. and also can be a hindrance towards dark magicians. And again, I hope you guys enjoy the video and expect more Yuki content as well as other types of videos that I'll be posting online. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.